It is custom that during our graduation ceremonies, the universities also take the opportunity to recognise the achievements of certain outstanding individuals and honour them accordingly. I therefore call upon Dr. Ilaria Scalia to present, on behalf of the Senate, a candidate for the award of an honorary degree.
Vice-Chancellor, guests, colleagues and graduates, I'm honoured to introduce Professor Sir David Cannadine, one of the world's leading social, cultural, political and business historians, and a highly influential figure in British and international academia, and in the public realm beyond. Sir David is the Dodge Professor of History at Princeton University, a visiting Professor of History at Oxford University, the General Editor of the Oxford Dictionary of National Biography, and of the Penguin History of Britain, and he had just ended his term as President of the British Academy. Throughout his career, Sir David has continued to push thinking in new directions. He has made groundbreaking interventions on social history questions with Lord and Landlords, the Aristocracy and the Towns from 1774 to 1967. This was published in 1980. And then The Rise and Fall of Class in Britain in 1998. On British perception of its empire with his book Ornamentalism in 2001. And on biographical writing with works on Winston Churchill, Margaret Thatcher, and on the American businessman Andrew Mellon. His books, The Right Kind of History and The Undivided Past, History Beyond Our Differences, are landmark studies on the relationship between our past and present, which can guide discussions in all fields, including not only history, but also politics, international relations, and more. Indeed, in 2009, Sir David was knighted by Her Majesty the Queen for his services to scholarship. Throughout his career, Sir David has always embraced and dedicated much time and energy to his civic duties as a leading historian. He has served in multiple organizations and roles, such as the chairman of the trustees of the National Portrait Gallery in London and the chair of the Blue Plaques panel, to name just two from a long list of prominent positions. Sir David is also a fellow of numerous societies, including the British Academy, the Royal Historical Society, the Royal Society of Literature, the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the American Philosophical Society, and the Royal Society for the Encouragement of Arts, Manufactures and Commerce. This last fellowship is awarded to individuals who have made outstanding contributions to social progress and development. Born and raised here in Birmingham, he has always kept a keen connection with the Midlands, constantly using his international experience and ties to improve education and knowledge exchange in the region. He has served on the development board of the Library of Birmingham and as president of the Worcestershire Historical Society. He is currently president of the Birmingham and Midland Institute, a public-facing institution founded in 1854 for the diffusion and advancement of science, literature, and art among all classes of persons resident in Birmingham and Midland counties. He is an exemplar of an engaged scholar and academic who has demonstrated in words and deed the vital importance of history and, by extension, of politics, international relations, and the humanities for culture and society as a whole. So, Vice-Chancellor, in recognition of his significant contribution to scholarship, education, and knowledge exchange in the Midlands and beyond, I present, on behalf of the Senate, Professor Sir David Cannadine for the award of the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
David Cannadine, on behalf of the University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. And I now call upon Dr. Cannadine to address the congregation.
Vice-Chancellor, Aston graduates, honoured guests. It is hugely thrilling for me to be back, to be here, to be home in Birmingham, the city where I grew up and to which I remain so strongly and so fondly attached, and to be here with all of you on this great ceremonial and congratulatory occasion. I'm also exceptionally touched by all the kind and generous things that have just been said about me, far more kind and generous than I could ever aspire to merit or hope to deserve. So let me turn to a rather more plausible subject, which is to say something about all of you who are graduating today in the fields of politics, history, and international relations. And may I offer to you all my most heartfelt congratulations on your great accomplishments, which surely deserve a collective round of applause from those friends and families who are celebrating with you today. Let's have some applause, shall we? We need to study politics to help us understand what is going on in the corridors of power. We need to study international relations to help us understand the global world we are living in. And we need to study history to understand ourselves in time and to provide the essential longer-term perspective on politics and international relations today. It is then a particular pleasure to congratulate this university for having the vision, the wisdom and the commitment to create a strong and vigorous history programme. Indeed, one of the most diverse history programmes of any university in this country, which is surely most appropriate for this diverse city to be hosting. And it's an especial pleasure to be able to congratulate the first cohort of history graduates at Aston University, and I hope there will indeed be many more. I don't suppose that when those of you graduating today began your studies here, you had any idea how disrupted they would become because of COVID. And for much of the time you have all been here, things cannot have been easy for you. And that leads me to offer the observation that if I could bestow upon you all one particular attribute as you journey through life, it would be the gift of resilience. But as it happens, there is no need for me to do so, since you have all already demonstrated outstanding resilience in getting through the greatest global health crisis since the influenza pandemic in the aftermath of the First World War. And for that especially, I think you also deserve an additional round of applause. My final observation is never forget, as history surely teaches, among many other things, that things change. When I graduated half a century ago, few, if any, people then foresaw the fall of the Berlin Wall, the demise of communism in Eastern Europe, the end of apartheid in South Africa, the IT and the digital revolution, the completely changed gender relations between men and women, gay rights and same-sex marriage. None of that was on the agenda 50 years ago. In many ways, therefore, the world today is utterly different from how it was when I graduated. And 50 years on, it will surely be utterly different again. I hope that is an exciting prospect for you all as you step out into the world today after this graduation ceremony. I am delighted and honoured and flattered to be of your company this morning. And as you face, as you surely will, a challenging but I hope fulfilling future, I wish you health and happiness, luck and laughter, and all the blessings that you deserve and that fortune can bestow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir David.